9:30. You're watching Joy News. We're bringing you events happening live now across the country. It's been raining rather heavily in most parts of the country. Some parts of Accra flooded, some parts of Kumasi and other areas also flooded. What we're going to be doing, we'll be gauging the mood. We'll be taking you to give you an update of what the situation is on the ground. We're starting from Jolu here in Accra, where my colleague Maxwell Agbagba is on standby to tell us exactly what's happening. We understand some parts of Jolu also flooded this morning because of the heavy downpour. Maxwell Agbagba, good morning to you. If you can hear me, can you tell us exactly where you are in Jolu and what the situation is?
Call.
Hello, Maxwell. Maxwell Agbagba is my colleague who is at Jolu right now reporting on the flooding situation there due to the heavy downpour this morning. What we're told is that some school children still are unable to get to school and they are still in very heavy traffic. So a lot of traffic in the capital in Accra today, but floods have also been reported in Kumasi. So we're going to be linking up with Erastus Asari Donko in a while, but first with Maxwell Agbagba, who is in Jolu. Hopefully we can get a better connection to Maxwell. Good morning, Maxwell. Hello, Maxwell.
Yeah, good morning, Mama V.
Maxwell, what can you report from where you are?
Well, Mama V, we currently here. Well, it's still drizzling here. It got flooded some minutes ago, about 20 minutes ago. This whole place was flooded. The flood water has receded at this point, but you can still see behind me, we still have some water gushing through this drainage system here. I've been interacting with some of the residents who tell me that, the entire road, this stretch, was covered by the flood water. In fact, we had some shops being carried directly into the middle of the road by the current, of the flood water. It took the intervention of some residents here to carry these shops back to their original locations. If you can see from this side, that Lotto kiosk over there, and then that shop, I believe, is used in selling some food, was actually carried directly into the middle of the road, causing a serious traffic jam here. At this point, the flood water has receded, but we still have some level of traffic here, although we have some police officers in the middle of the road about 100 meters away from where I'm standing. They are trying to direct the traffic and also manage the situation here. We still have some sort of, traffic situation here at this point. Now, on the floor also, on the ground also, you can see some tree stumps. These tree stumps were broken by the current of the flood water. I have some residents here with me. They're going to tell me exactly what the situation was like. They witnessed it. Another resident also standing here with me. He says they've brought this to the attention of, the authorities living in this community, but it looks like nothing is being done to salvage the situation. And today, they are bearing the direct brunt of this flood water. You can join me right now. Let's have interaction. No, you can also come. Yeah, you to come. Tell me your name and then your residence here.
No, I'm Gabriel. I don't live here.
Okay, where do you live?
North Kandishi.
North Kandishi.
Yeah.
Okay, you were telling me that you've brought this to the notice of the authorities living in this community. What exactly was the problem that you presented to them?
Okay, actually, somewhere in June, July, when we had this form of rain. Yeah, somewhere June, July, when we had this form of rain, you could see from this point of the pole to that kiosk there that it's full of rain wash. And I took a picture of it, reported it to even ECG because it was very dangerous when you see it. The pole is across the road this way, so somewhere along the line you could have an accident based on the situation I saw. So I took a picture, reported it, called with my phone to ECG just to come and have a look to it. They never came up to it because I used to pass through this road frequently, so I was looking up to it. I recall again, none of them even respond to me again. So I have a code on which the guy who received my call is a receptionist who record my phone conversation with them, and he said they will come and then attend to it. But yes, till now it has not been done. and you could see each time it rained heavily, you see that it will eat up to that container there with the pole. I have evidence to this report that I'm saying to you in my email. If you were to give me your email address, I'll forward it to you.
Okay.
And you
So
see.
basically, your concern is about how the rainwater has actually eroded the soil around that ECG pole over there. And you're saying that you brought it to the attention of the authorities, but it looks like nothing has been done.
Yes. So now the only thing I got to ask again is that the guy who used to sell in that container bought sand to refill the place, which I see it being...
My cameraman at this point want to take that shot, what he's talking about for us, so our viewers can have a better appreciation of what you're talking about.
At this point, I see that it's not relevant because if we don't do it well or we don't reposition this pole, one day when it rains heavily again, this pole will fall and it could cause a lot of accidents at this end here. So seeing this again, I'm not surprised, but I think if they will come to attention of it to see how best they could to remedy the issue, that would be fine for me.
But you coming from Kaneshi, I mean, in the morning we had some reports that some part of Kaneshi was also flooded. Can you tell us about the situation in Kaneshi at this point?
Actually, based on the rain, so I couldn't go out, was home waiting for it to come down because my children attend school at this end here.
Okay.
So I waited till it come down before we moved somewhere 8:30 to 8:30 to 8:45. So I never observed it. The only thing I observed was on the other stretch of the road here. There's a bridge they are trying to remedy. So the digging from the other side of the opposite side was done, but the other side, which they are still working on, has caused a lot of traffic. So we spent some 15-20 minutes before.
What was the traffic situation like in town this morning?
Actually, from where we took this morning to join the former President Kufuor's end, it was okay. To hit the main road, there's a huge traffic from how do you call it? Fiesta Royal. Wait, I said Fiesta Royal. This Shashi to that of Spanner.
Yeah.
So you see that the traffic is not moving. But I think based on this issue, when you go down to from how do you call it, the Gulf. And somewhere where the National Food and Drugs Board are, is also full of flood. So movement there is not all that smooth. So it's also something we have to look at and find out a way of do analysis to the issue and then see if possible we can track where this causes this issue. So
I want to say a big thank you for standing. I mean, although it's drizzling, you're still here with us and giving us. Thanks so much for talking to us. Now, let me speak to a resident somebody who is actually here, who lives in this part of town, actually witnessed how everything panned out this morning when it was raining. Now, sir, what's your name?
My name is Gosway.
Okay. Gosway, can you tell us what the situation was like this morning? You told me that it started raining around 4:35 a.m. here.
Yeah. So we want government to help us about those things. Okay. Other than that, they would destroy everything. The place all has full up. The place all has full up. The water all full up here. So we want the vehicles all has passing through. Some of them they are passing 10 back away. So we want the government to do those things for us and enter the kiosk, some of the stores. So we beg the government to do those things for us so that everything has to be genuine. Yeah, thank you.
Is it normal for this to happen in this community? Is it something that you are used to, or this is the first time it's happening here?
No, it's happened some of time. It's happened. Thank you.
And what have you done to control the situation?
The situation.
Have you brought it to the attention of authorities here in this community? Have you complained?
No, I don't complain. Oh, I am
okay.
enyero kumelegi ga ken enyimenya na nekechu ali agblo ali plali be inke eta kene mi va fie ye mi va bien mienu me ye mele enu fuchun
okay ta wa manya fie na lo
o fie mele ga ke mi megbe na mele ke yo.
Okay, my report in America.
Oh, my report.
Okay, well, so basically,
my first time.
Okay, so I was trying to find out from him whether they've brought this to the attention of the authorities living in this community. He tells me that although he lives here, at Airport West residential area, he has not really reported to anybody about a flooding situation here. Some of the residents living in this community are a bit concerned. Raising that as well, talking about how they need assistance from government to fix the drainage system here. In fact, what we have also seen here is that it's not, the drainage system is not too deep. It's a bit shallow, so you have a lot of running water. You have this drainage system overflowing, 8 banks. And because it's just, soil that has been dug, so a lot of times you have soil also filling it. So when it rains, you have the rainwater overflowing the banks and then flooding the streets here. A lot of the vehicles here, in the morning when we came, they had difficulty moving through the rainwater. A lot of them were scared also about the situation because they feared that the rainwater would, would wash their vehicle into that drainage system, and that's that's a very dangerous situation. A lot of them were very careful about it, causing a lot of traffic.
All right, so that's Maxwell Agbagba live from Jolu. From Jolu in Accra, we move to Kumasi, where Erastus Asari Donko is on standby with some videos to share. Earlier, he sent us one from the airport runabout in Kumasi. More of those videos on your screen. We'll come back and speak to one man who was almost drowned in the situation as he was taking his children to school somewhere in Kumasi.
Will come and watch it and go. DC came here later on and went, but later on they come and convey it. Just recently they convey it, and the water the sun have already come and occupied the place again through the big overflow. I think residents here all are suffering. There's a lot of suffering. But how do we do? We have to manage and see. If they will do it, we are all Ghanaians.
So those videos from Kumasi. Now let's speak to a man who posted on Facebook a while ago, and I'll just read what he put on Facebook. Is Isaac Edujemfi put on Facebook: Father, thank you for saving me and the kids. We nearly got drowned. Isaac is joining us via phone now to tell us the situation that led to him putting this on Facebook. Isaac Edujemfi, good morning to you. Thanks for sharing your experience.
Good morning. Good morning.
So we thank God for your life indeed, but what happened to you?
Yeah, this morning I decided to go and drop my kids at school. So we chose a road, if you're familiar with the road in Kumasi, from Christian Service University to Agri Junction. So we were driving and we got to a junction, that practice left to Otinokwadaso. Then the other one just proceed to Agri Junction. Then so as we drove, we came to that junction and I saw a 2-car parked by the roadside. I think they saw the area too flooded, so they thought they couldn't go. So when I got there, I decided to go because that's the road that I've been using always. So as soon as I entered, I drove for about, let's say, 5 meters. Then all I saw was the car, the water risen to the bonnet level of my car. And almost at the door handle, I saw the water around my car. And all around me, there was no help. So eventually we got trapped in the car. I and the two kids. So what happened was, I tried to open the door so that I got out and take the 2 kids with me. So when I opened the door, the volume of water that came into the car forced me to close the door again. So that my kids started screaming. They were crying. And the 2 of them started praying. Actually, they were praying. They asked God to save them. So I heard a voice that said, I should start the engine again. So I switched on the engine again and started moving. So I started moving slowly, and I pressed on the accelerator till about 5 minutes when we got out of the flooded area. That's my story.
Incredible experience. But at this point, what were the children saying? They still wanted to go to school?
In fact, when they were traumatized, when I got to school, when I got to their school, they stood there looking at me. They didn't know what to do. So I told them to enter the school. I entered with them, hugged them, prayed for them, and I told them that as well. So I left off. But I've been crying since morning. I've been crying. I can't stop crying.
I'm told that you were too distraught to even take pictures of the situation.
No, I couldn't take pictures. We were virtually trapped in the car. I mean, and the kids screaming, shouting, "Daddy, are you going to die?" I mean, they have watched the family experience before, so I think it was playing back in their minds. It was playing. I mean, they were just crying.
You mentioned some Tamale experience. Were they almost drowned in a similar situation in Tamale?
Oh, they were drowned. A certain woman dropping her kids before our car. They were drowned. I saw it on Facebook. I saw the pictures. I saw the video. They were drowned. So I think that video was. I mean, it was playing in their minds. I mean, they thought they were going to have a similar experience.
But are they safe in school now, or perhaps?
Oh, they are in school. School has started, so they are in school. They are in school. I left off and came to my workplace, but I can't just stop crying. I mean,
but you had your phone with you then, did you?
Yeah, I had my phone with me, and my phone was in the car.
Was there any emergency number in your mind at the time that you wanted to call?
Actually, what came straight into my mind was my wife's number. But I don't know. The moment we got out, my wife called me. My wife called me and wanted to see how far we've gone. I told her everything that has happened.
Well, we thank God that you did survive this experience. We wish you well. Hope that your vehicle is okay as well.
Yeah, the vehicle is okay now. I've taken it to the mechanic, and so they are cross-checking one of the things.
All right. Ms. Edujemfi, thank you for sharing that experience, that horrifying experience with us. That's Isaac Edujemfi. He's a resident in Kumasi who narrates what happened to him earlier today in the floods in Kumasi, where he was almost drowned with 2 of his children as he was taking them to school. If you've got an experience to share, of course, we want to hear about it. So give us a call, 0302-211-69102. 0302-211-69102 is a special coverage of the rains and the flooding as it has occurred in some parts of the country. Wherever you live in Ghana, if you've gone through the rains this morning, please let us know what your experience has been. Stay with us. You're watching Joy News.